Hi guys, welcome to your weekly live stream here on Patreon with myself, Carol. So today's core flow class is all about rock the block. You're gonna need a yoga block. We're gonna use a yoga block today in class to bring a little bit more awareness to the exercises and a little bit more muscle activation. If you don't have a yoga block right now, just practice on without it, but I do suggest coming back to this class with your block to give it a go. All right, when you're ready, block off to the side and just find a comfortable seated position. We'll get started. So coming to your seat, settle yourself in. Let your shoulders drop down the back. We'll rest our hands just in our lap. You can tuck your chin to your chest slightly and close the eyes. All right, just giving yourself a few moments to settle in. And then take your 3 big grounding breaths. Inhale deeply through the nose. Sigh the breath out. Again, inhale through the nose, full expansion. Out through the mouth. One more. And let it go. Begin to welcome your natural breath back. And then on your next inhale, we're going to reach our arms all the way up and overhead. You can blink the eyes open, gaze up if you like. Palms together, exhale, draw hands through heart center. Inhale, arms all the way back up. And exhale down nice and wide, reaching through the fingertips, letting the hands come all the way down beside your seat. From here, just drop your left ear over to your left shoulder. And now extend your right arm away from you. See how this feels? If you want to take a little bit deeper, a little bit more for the shoulder, take the hand and let's bring it to the small of the back. So we're now encouraging the right shoulder to open, drop behind us slightly, feeling this stretch along the side of the neck, front of the shoulder. A couple of breaths. And then just resetting your head, resetting your hand, take it over to the other side. So right ear, right shoulder, left arm extended away. Settle here for a moment. If you'd like to, sweep the hand to the small of the back. Encourage the left shoulder to roll open. Deepen the stretch. One more. And then reset head, reset hand. Okay, let's interlace our fingers. Sit up nice and tall and bring your hands right to heart center. So here's our inhale. Our exhale, we're going to send the hands away. We're going to tuck our chin to our chest and we're going to round the back. Inhale, draw hands in, come up tall. Exhale again, round the back, arms away, chin to chest. 2 more, come up. And away. Again, come on up. And away. Now come up tall. Release your hands by your sides. Inhale them all the way up, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, forward, fold here. So hands coming down to the ground, just folding as far as is comfortable. Use your hands as brakes if you would like to. So kind of counter the stretch by pressing into the ground, leaning into your hips and dropping your head between the arms. And we'll take a couple of breaths here. Maybe we drop a little bit deeper with every exhale. Just sinking in, seeing if you can send the breath all the way around into the back body. Really shifting your focus to you here on your mat. Let the rest of the day just fall away. Stay with your breath and gently walk your hands over to one side. Doesn't matter which side, because we'll go both. Find a little side stretch as you lean into the opposite hip. And walk it through center and over to your other side. And come back into center. Take one more deep breath in and out. And gently walk your hands towards you. Come up sitting nice and tall and extend your legs out in front of you. So we're going to really ground down the sit bones here. Legs nice and long. Sitting up tall. You're going to inhale to reach to the ceiling and exhale seated twist. So opposite hand to the outside of the opposite hip. Drop your arm behind you, gaze over the back shoulder. Now think about the feet. We're going to press the heels and flex the toes. Draw the toes towards you. Settle into your twist. Couple of breaths. And then inhale to the ceiling through center. Exhale other side. Once again, settle into the twist. Check back in with the feet. Heels pressed. Toes draw towards you. And then inhale, arms to ceiling, through center. Exhale down by your sides. Relax the legs a little bit and grab a hold of your block. So from here, feet flexed. Thighs begin to press or squeeze together. So we're going to have strong, active legs. Sit bones rooting down. We're sitting nice and tall, and we're going to try and get a little bit of opening across the chest here by using the block. So bring the block between your hands, and then what we're going to do, drop the elbows down beside the body, press firmly into either side of your block, just at about chest height here. So if you start to press nice and firm, you're going to notice that's just going to give your chest a little lift. You're going to notice this muscle activation on the front of the body and across the shoulders, upper body work here. We're going to inhale right here, and then we're going to exhale and twist to one side, squeeze your block. We're going to inhale center, and we're going to exhale, twist other side, keep squeezing into the block. Inhale center, exhale twist. Keep going, match the movement to your breath. As you're doing this, don't forget about the legs. So legs are squeezing, legs are active. They're staying still, but they're working hard. Upper body, nice and strong. We'll do one more, exhale, twist. We'll bring it back into center. Next time, exhale, twist, 2 little pulses. So breathe in, exhale, twist, 1, 2, inhale, center. Exhale, twist, 1, 2, inhale, center. Match it to your breath. Add in those little pulses. Squeeze the block. Keep the chest lifted. Sitting tall. I know legs are getting tired. We're going to go once more each side. So last one. Center. And release the block. Shake out the legs a little bit. Okay, bring your feet up onto the mat. Now take your block right between the thighs. So we're going to use the block here to keep the muscles of the legs and the lower core engaged. We're going to squeeze into the block, feet pressed down, and we're coming onto our back. So first roll down, or you can walk it down if you prefer. If you're going to roll down, make sure you've got room. And then squeezing into the block, navel drawing to spine. I'm going to inhale, reach out in front. Exhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze that block as you slowly roll yourself onto your back. Thighs are there if you want to hold on to them for support. Otherwise, keep it slow, slow, all the way down. Arms just coming down by your sides. Walk the feet a little bit closer to you. Readjust your block if you need to, right between the thighs. From here, feet pressed down, and we're going to come into our pelvic curl. So a little lift just to begin. We'll come to bridge soon enough. Backs of the arms pressing into the mat, chin untucked. Big breath in. And on the exhale, navel draws to spine. Squeeze your block and gently lift your pelvis just a little bit off of the mat. So pelvic curl towards you, little lift, and then we lower, exhale all the way back down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, little lift. bring it down, and keep it going. We'll do 3 more of these. Keep squeezing into your block. We're really going to ask the legs, the hips, and the lower abdominals to do a lot more work here using the block to keep the muscles engaged. Okay, 1 more, and then bring it down. From here, keep squeezing the block. We're going to come into full bridge. So backs of the arms pressed down. We'll actually have robot arms here. So fingers towards the ceiling, robot arms, backs of the arms pressing into the mat. From here, big breath in. Exhale, pelvic curl towards you, and then lift pelvis all the way up. Find your bridge. Use the backs of the arms to keep you stable. Come down nice and slow, 1 vertebrae at a time, but don't release the squeeze on the block. Keep squeezing your block as you come back up. Find bridge. Trying to keep it nice and stable, nice and steady, coming down. 3 more. We're going to come up. Keep squeezing that block. And down. Again. Up. And down. Last one. Up. And down. Release your arms by your sides. Soften slightly, not too much, because we don't want to drop the block. But just release the grip a little bit and take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Now with your hands down by your sides, palms down, we're going to come back up into our bridge. So inhale, prepare. Squeeze the block, engage the core. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Keep squeezing block. Exhale, hold. You've got it. We're staying here, squeezing the block, breathing deeply, really asking a lot of our muscles to be very active and very strong right now. Keep squeezing your block. 2 more breaths. 1 more. And lower down. Nice and slow. Okay, take the block to the side for a moment. Rock your knees from side to side. Give your lower back a little bit of a release. From here, knees come back to the ceiling. We're going to bring the block right back between the thighs, keeping these muscles really strong today. We're going to lift our feet up off of the mat. So you've got a bend to your knees here. And we're coming into window wipers. So let's bring the arms nice and wide with the palms down. Give us a little bit more stability. Now squeezing into your block, you're going to inhale, drop your knees over to one side. Try and keep both shoulder blades towards the ground. And then it's the exhale to keep that muscle engagement. Squeeze back up into center. Inhale to twist. Exhale, squeeze your block. Back up into center. Inhale to twist. Exhale to find center. Keep it going. Okay, once more, either side. Keep a nice squeeze into the block, cores engaged, belly button to spine, come back into center. Hold it here. Bring your hands a little bit closer to the body, palms stay down. Squeezing block, really keeping the core strong. We're going to go for some toe taps. So don't worry if the toes don't come all the way down to the ground here, that's okay. We do want to keep the lower back nice and flat to the mat. So we inhale, tap, we exhale, bring it up. Or we inhale, lower, and we exhale, bring it up. See which works best for you. We don't want any pinching in the low back here. So if you are experiencing any pinching, it may be best to put the block to the side and just do one leg at a time. Two more like this. One more. And bring it back up. So if you're comfortable here, we're going to go for 4 more, but I'm going to offer you a little add-on. Bring your hands behind the head, support the head, and then gently peel upper back off of the mat. So the head's heavy, the neck is nice and relaxed, the core's doing the lift. Let's go for 4 toe taps here with a little curl. So down and up. Inhale down, exhale up. Squeeze the block. One more. Lower head, block away, knees to chest. Give them a hug. Deep breath. And now let's see some circles in one direction and circles the other way. Knees back into chest. Inhale, come up. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, come up. And exhale, lower down. Okay, so we're going to bring in the upper core a little bit more, those upper abdominals. We've done a lot for the hips and the lower abdominals. Let's really warm up the top. So block is coming right back between the thighs. It's not going anywhere. We want to keep that muscle activation going. We're going to come into our 100. So there's a few options for this because we are asking the lower half of the body to work a little bit more by squeezing into the block. We could keep the feet down onto the mat. But you're going to peel your upper back away. You're going to float your arms down by your sides, palms face down, and there's little pulses here. I'll keep the count when we come into this. Alternately, you maybe want to pick your feet up off of the mat, keep squeezing the block between the thighs, keep the knees bent, or if you really want today, you could lengthen legs. That's up to you. So find the variation you're going to work with today. Settle yourself in, engage your core, relax your neck, and I will get us started. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and pulse. In for 5, out for 5. So as I said, this is 100 we're going for here, and I am keeping count, but feel free to switch up your leg variation. If you want to bring feet down, go ahead. If you want to extend legs, go ahead. Just keep it strong and keep it stable. Halfway. Keep squeezing that block. It's really going to help keep the core engaged. Might even notice it gives you a little bit more of a lift. Nearly there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Oh, take the block off to the side. Circle those knees and take some deep, well-earned breaths. Other way. Okay, we are almost done here on our back. Just 2 more exercises. Next one we're going to come into is, we'll do some leg circles, but we're going to switch it up a little bit. So your right foot's going to come to the mat, and you're actually going to take the block right back between the hands, just like we did at the beginning of class, pressing into either side of the block, only extending your arms to the ceiling. Now I want you to make sure that your shoulder blades are pressing into the mat. So if you go ahead, block between the hands, reach all the way up, you notice that your shoulder blades are way off the mat, they've lifted. We want to bring them back down, ground them into the mat. Now press firmly into the block. So now I've got all this muscle activation happening in the upper body. Whilst I do that, I'm going to extend my left leg to the ceiling and point the toes. I'm going to come into leg circles. So as you come into your leg circles, you may notice that you have to make these circles a little bit smaller than normal because it's a lot harder to keep the body stable without the arms on the ground. We're going to ask our core to keep us stable. So keep squeezing the block between the hands. And then you can start to experiment with these leg circles. How wide can you go here with your arms reaching to the ceiling? Trying to keep your body as stable as possible. And that right knee is going to let you know, if it's rocking from side to side, just how stable you might be right now. Then we're going to switch it up and go the other way. Keep squeezing the block between the hands. Keep drawing your belly button into your spine. Okay, we'll do 2 more. one more. And then you'll bring your leg all the way back up into center, and left foot comes down. Bend the elbows, take a deep breath in and out. Reset the other side. Arms, reach for the ceiling. Drop your shoulders back down into the mat. Press into the block, activate the upper body. Right leg to the ceiling. Point the toes. Let's try leg circles with the right leg. So drop it down, around and back up. Probably going to start smaller, and then maybe we're feeling a little bit more brave. Maybe we take it a bit bigger. See how stable we can keep the body whilst we do that. We're going to go once more and then switch up directions. Keep squeezing into the block. Okay, other way. Keep your core strong. Last one. And then we'll bring the foot all the way back into center. Bend the foot, bend the elbows. Just let the block rest on your belly for a moment and reach your arms up and overhead. Big breath in. Exhale, snow angel your arms all the way back down by your sides. So just sweep them down. And then inhale, sweep them all the way back up. And exhale, sweep them all the way back down. Go ahead and grab your block once again. So we're going to come into our single leg with the block. What does that look like? It looks like this. So peel your upper back off of the mat. Come up and find your upper ab curl. So instead of holding on to the leg that is closest towards you, we're going to use the block here. You can put the block off to the side if you want. If you're more comfortable, come into your regular single leg stretch. You can do that. Otherwise, if you want to experiment with this and play around, take a hold of the block. Bring the block to the left thigh. The left knee is drawn in towards you. The right leg's extended. You're pressing the block into the thigh, and you're pressing the thigh into the block. So there's a little force going on here. That's going to help keep the core engaged. And then we'll switch. Right leg comes in, left leg's extending, and switch, and switch. So untuck chin. Try to relax your neck. Your belly's drawing into your spine. It's nice and strong. We're going to give this a go with the block. Just tapping into the block. A little bit of pressure. Counter force. So we're asking a lot more of the core here. We're going to do 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feet down, lower down. Release your arms by your sides. Big breath in and let it go. Big breath in and let it go. Lengthen your legs. Not completely. Have a little bit of a bend to the knees. We're going to come into a roll up. So it's optional to just roll to the side and come on up here. Or if you want to try roll up with me, with the block, let's go ahead by holding onto the block either side, extending our arms up and overhead. Feet pressing into the mat. They're lengthened but not completely, the legs. The belly button draws into the spine. You're going to inhale, bring your hands and your block up to the ceiling, and then find that exhale as you squeeze into the block. Go ahead, roll up. All the way up, and then fold over your legs. Inhale, and exhale to settle. Big breath in, big breath out. We're going to go for 1 more roll down, roll up if you're up for it today. So sitting up tall, block reaching out in front of you. Big breath in. Exhale, squeeze that block. Lean it back. Slow your roll. Squeeze into the block. Slow, slow, slow. All the way down. Hands come up to ceiling and then up and overhead. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach for ceiling. Exhale, roll up. Over the legs. Relax, release, 2 breaths. And from here, come on up. Bring your block with you and make your way over to all fours. We're just going to take the block to the top of the mat. We'll come back to that in a little bit. So setting yourself up into a tabletop position, knees underneath hips, hands slightly ahead of your shoulders. Cow cat. Inhale, cow. Belly dropping, chest lifting, gaze lifting. Exhale, cat. Tuck your tailbone. Round your spine. Gaze between knees. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Top of the feet pressing firmly into the mat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Find neutral table. Keep your core engaged. Tuck your toes. Make your way down dog. So seat back, then up. And we're going to walk the dog here. Pedal your feet. Really getting into the back of the legs. Okay, hold your downward facing dog. So heels are rooting towards the mat. They may not be on the mat. That's okay, as long as the intention is to draw heels down. Try to soften the knees a little bit. Don't lock the knees out. And then press evenly through palms. Lift hips up and back. Relax your neck. 2 big breaths. Now inhale, step your right foot forward. Drop your back knee, your left one, Anjalayasana, low lunge. And then rise on up. All the way. Soften your shoulders a little. Deep breaths. You're going to release your hands all the way down by your sides. You're going to scoot your right foot forward just a little bit. And then we're going to rock the hips forward slightly. So you're really getting into the back hip flexor here. Bring your hands behind you and interlace into a fist. Root the fist down, roll shoulders back, lift gaze, lift heart. 2 big breaths. Really enjoying that opening. Stretch across the chest, giving those muscles a little bit of a release. Okay, release arms all the way up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Now fold and send some length through the front leg. So half pyramid. Hands can come down to the ground here, maybe onto fingertips. We're not trying to completely straighten this leg. We're just trying to lengthen it slightly. So the intention is to send length into the front leg, but don't worry about fully lengthening it as long as you're feeling the stretch. It's okay to feel the sensation of a stretch. Just no sharpness and no pinching. Deep breath. Now begin to rock forward. So we'll bend back into the right knee. Plant your hands down. Tuck your toes on your back leg, your left one. Lift your back left knee. And then right foot back into plank. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Drop knees. Drop chest. Drop chin. Inchworm. Slide. Come up cobra. Inhale. Exhale down, press back through child, tuck toes, up and back, down dog. Breathe. Inhale, exhale. Step left foot forward. Anjalayasana, other side. So find your low lunge, come on up. Soften shoulders. Release your hands down by your sides. Scoot the left foot forward a little bit. Interlace your fingers behind you. Make that fist. Root fist down. Roll shoulders back. Open the chest. Nice stretch for the shoulders. Deep breaths. Rock those hips forward. Now inhale, release. Reach for ceiling. Exhale, fold. We're going to send some length down the front leg, the left one. We're going to bring hands down to the ground maybe. Lengthening the front leg as much as feels good. Deep breaths. Then inhale, rock it forward, bend into left knee. Toes tuck on your back leg. Lift your back knee. Send your left foot back to meet the right plank. Big breath in. Exhale, inchworm. Knees down, chest, chin down. Slide cobra, down, up and back, down dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Drop knees, table. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cats. And find table. Okay, back to the block. Go ahead and grab your block. So you're going to bring the block between your right heel and your right butt cheek. So you're going to have to squeeze to keep it in place. Feels a bit weird, but it's great strengthening for the hips and the hamstrings and the lower core. So squeezing into the block here to hold it in place. If you start to get a leg cramp, take it off to the side and maybe come into a down dog. This one can be known to cause some leg cramping, so go easy on yourself. Okay, squeezing into that block. We don't want to drop it. Here we're going to lift the right knee. We're going to lift our gaze a little bit, and then we're just going to tap the right knee down. We're going to inhale to lift gaze with it, and we're going to tap, bring it down. Couple more, and bring it down. Okay, 3 more. And 1 more. Keep squeezing the block. And bring it down. Okay, we'll take a quick break. Take that block off to the side. And then lengthen leg and bring the big toe down to the mat. Press back through the heel. Stretch it out. Rock it forward. Press it back. Rock forward. 1 more. Press back. Rock forward. So tiny movement, but effective, right? You feel it. So bring that block right back where it was. We're going to add a little bit more on. Squeeze the block. Strong legs. From here, in tabletop, lift the right knee. Now what we're going to do is rock it forward, tap knee forward. Then we're going to rock it back, tap knee back. Maybe we drop to forearms. Then we're going to come up, rock forward, tap. Come through center, rock back, and tap. Up, rock forward, tap, back, tap. 1 more forward and back. And center, drop it down, block to the top of the mat, lengthen the leg, rock back, rock forward, rock back, rock forward. Keep the big toe to the ground and then just sweep the leg up to the side and down and around behind. Up to the side, down and around behind. 1 more side, down and around. All right, bring it back. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Table. Other side. Okay, so bring the block between left heel, left butt cheek. Squeeze. Make sure it's in place. We don't want to drop the block. Belly button to spine. And we're just going to go for 6 taps at center. So we lift, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We drop. We lift gaze with it. And we drop. But not the block. Don't drop the block. Try not to. 3 more. 2 and 1. Knee down. Release the block. Take a couple of stretches for the leg. Lengthen. Rock back. Press through the heel. Rock forward. Rock back. Press through heel. Rock forward. 1 more. And forward. Okay, come back to center. Reset your block. Squeeze your block. So we know where we're going here. We lift knee. We rock forward. Tap. We rock back. Maybe down to forearms. Tap. Center. Forward. Center. Back. Center. Forward. Center. Back. Okay, 1 more, I think. And back. And then come in, drop it down, and take the block off to the side. All right, lengthen the leg. Release and stretch. Stretch it out. And then come into center, big toe to the ground, sweep up to the side, down and around behind you. Up to the side, down and around behind you. One more. And down and around. And bring your left knee back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Table. And down dog, which is going to feel so good after all that work. Walk out your legs. Hold your down dog. Couple of breaths. One more. And then we're going to walk it in, forward fold, to the top of your mat. Hang heavy here. This is going to, again, feel like a really nice stretch for the back of the legs. After all of that work, you can even massage at the back of the legs whilst you're here if you would like to. Couple more breaths. Just enjoying the forward fold. Inhale, come up, half fold. Exhale, come down, full fold. Gently rise. You can sweep your arms if you like. You're coming all the way up to Tadasana. Release your hands down by your sides. And just hold it here. Tadasana or mountain pose. And take another breath in. You can reach the arms. Palms together, draw them down through heart center. Release your hands to your sides. So we're going to come through a little bit of a standing sequence now. And I'm going to suggest that you bring your block in, but if you would prefer to do this without the block, you can go ahead and just do the standing sequence without it. We're actually going to be putting the block underneath our grounding foot. So we're really going to be asking our stabilizing muscles to kick in and do some work for us today, keep us balanced. So let's actually begin with the block underneath the right foot. And as I said, you could try this without and then come back to the practice at a later date and try it with and notice the differences. So block under the right foot. You see you've got to really bring those stabilizing muscles in so that we can stay on the block and not off of it. So pressing into your block with your right foot. Draw your navel into your spine so that your core is strong and ready to keep you balanced. Your arms are going to help you balance. So wherever you need them to be, as you begin to draw your left knee up in front of you, balancing on the block. From here, you can send the left foot behind you by just stepping it back, or you can challenge yourself a little bit more today, and then we'll start to transition ourselves through Warrior 3. So we're slowly sending that left leg out behind us. We're going to start to hinge at the hips. We're keeping our core strong. Lengthen left leg out behind you, arms wherever they need to be for your balance. Play with Warrior 3. Don't worry if you come out of it, come back into it, explore, have fun. Don't take it too seriously. When you're ready, left leg down, bend right knee. Warrior 1 on the block. Feels a little bit different, right? We're actually going to ask the back leg to do a little bit more work for us right now. So reaching arms up, soften shoulders. Press your right foot firmly into the block as you're standing here. And just notice the different sensations, the different muscles that are now working because we've elevated that front foot. There's a lot more going on now for the back leg. So we'll come into a twist. We'll inhale and we'll exhale, bring right hand in front, left hand behind, and we'll twist it over to the side. And then we'll inhale and we'll come back into center. And we'll exhale and we'll twist it over to the opposite side. A little bit more tricky as we twist to this side. So take your time. Come back into center. Hold there. We're going to add a lengthening of the front leg this time. So inhale, reach and lengthen front leg. And now exhale, twist, bend back in right knee, right arm in front. Inhale, lengthen leg as you come to center. Exhale, twist opposite side, bend back in left knee. Inhale, lengthen center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands center, bend the knee. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So you are welcome to step back to the top of the mat or transition through Warrior 3. So lengthen strength into the front leg. You really are on tippy toes on that back leg here because you're on a block. You're going to lift up the back leg. Find Warrior 3. And then slowly, slowly, keep that core strong and bring your left knee back to the top of the mat. And step it down. Bend the right knee a little bit there so you can even out the feet. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, we're going to come into tree on the block. So again, press right foot down into block, lengthen right leg. So we're at tippy toes on the left side here. We're going to bend the left knee, draw it up in front. We're not going to bring it too high. And then we're just going to open the left knee to the side. So you're now standing tree on a block. Find your branches, strong belly, deep breaths. This is a great way to add a little bit more challenge to your tree pose. A great way to work on stabilizing the ankle and the knee joints is to do tree on a block. A couple more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Left foot steps down and we'll take the right foot off the block. Walk it out a little bit before we come over to the other side. So left foot grounding on your block. Coming through that Warrior 3 transition to begin. So press firmly on the left foot. Now lengthen the left leg. Core strong and engaged. Right knee comes up in front. Balancing pose. See how it feels? Let's try this Warrior 3 transition. You never know until you try. So hug the heel to the glute. Start to lengthen leg behind you. Folded hips. Arms wherever they need to be for your balance. Find Warrior 3. And right leg down. Bend left knee. Warrior 1. Arms to the ceiling. Settle in. Press left foot into the block. Notice the back leg. Doing quite a little bit more work here now. Couple more breaths. One more. We'll come into the twist. Hold the knee bent to begin. So inhale. Exhale, twist left arm in front, right arm behind. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side, right hand in front. Inhale, center. We're going to add that lengthening. So next inhale, lengthen left leg and reach. Now exhale, twist, bend left knee, left arm in front. Inhale, center as we lengthen. Exhale, twist, opposite side, bend knee. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, bend knee, hands down. Hold strong. Deep breaths. Now we can step to the top of the mat, or we can take transition through Warrior 3. Lengthen strength left leg. Tippy toes on the back. Maybe we lift back foot. Again, arms wherever they need to be for balance. Warrior 3. Really working your stabilizing muscles. We're going to draw right knee forward. Balancing pose. Step down. Even out the weight to bend the left knee. Both feet down. Big breath. Draw down. Tree pose. On your block. Lengthen, strengthen, left leg. Core strong. Balancing pose. Knee comes up in front. Right knee. Then open knee to side. Find tree. Doesn't have to be too high. Remember to keep the foot away from the knee joint and the ankle joint. So either above or below of your joints. Find your branches. Hold strong in this tree. Remember, every tree is unique. So your branches may look different on this side. You can play with it. One more breath. And step it down. And step it off the block. Walk it out. You can knock that block off to the top of the mat. From here, we'll make our way down. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half fold. Exhale, full fold. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, inchworm, knees, chest, chin, hug elbows. Slide, cobra, and come down. All the way down. And stay down. Stay right here. Bring your legs beside each other. Tops of feet press into mat. Thighs squeeze together. Hands are going to come right underneath the shoulders. And we're going to lift our head and lift our chest. Little baby cobra. Breathe here. And come down. Release your arms down by your sides. We're going to have the palms facing the thighs here, so right beside the body. And then we're going to inhale and we're going to lift up. Head, chest, and arms. Reach back. And we're going to exhale, come down. And do that again. Inhale, head, chest, arms, maybe feet. Exhale, come down. One more. Inhale, come up. Locust variation. Exhale, come down. Hands under shoulders. You're going to gently press the ground away to table. And then widen knees, big toes together. Come to child pose. Forehead down. Deep breath. Lift your head just enough so you can walk around to one side and take a side stretch. And then walk it around to the other side. And come back into center. Gently walk your hands towards you. Come to sitting tall. You're going to scoot your feet around in front of you. Ground your sit bones, and we're going to come down onto the back. So you can walk it down. You can take another last challenge of the class and go for a roll down if you like, with or without your block. Slowly roll all the way onto your back. And from here, bring your feet a little bit closer. Take a hold of your block once more. We're not going to work with the block right now. We're going to use it to aid a lovely restorative bridge pose to end our class. So take your block and you're just going to lift the pelvis up off of the mat just enough so you can scoot your block underneath. It's your choice how high you want your block to be. I would suggest bringing it down to its lowest setting as we have worked pretty hard and this is our opportunity to relax. So settle onto your block. And then you can choose to either bring feet wide and knees rest in, or you can just bring the legs right beside each other. Some of you might actually even like to lengthen your legs here in this bridge pose. So see what feels best for you. I want you to be comfortable. This is a really nice, gentle inversion. Beautiful, nourishing pose for your body. And we're going to just relax our arms by our sides. Untuck the chin. Close your eyes. And settle. Bring it back to the breath. Let's take 3 big breaths once again. Inhale through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. Let it go. Big breath in. And out, soften. Big breath in. And let any remaining tension disappear on the exhale. And just begin to breathe naturally. And bring your focus to your breath, just noticing your breath. Noticing the cool air enter your nostrils, travel down the back of your throat and deep into your lungs. And noticing how the air leaves your body back up through the throat and out of the nose. A rhythmical wave-like motion that your body instinctively knows how to do. Your body just knows how to breathe. And just learning to focus on the breath and calm the body, calm the mind. On every inhale, you're breathing in relaxation. On every exhale, you're just allowing any remaining tension to disappear. So please don't rush to finish your practice. Stay here as long as you need. When you are ready though, you're gently going to lift your pelvis off of the block and just bring it back down onto the ground, removing the block to the side, and take a moment there just in this constructive rest before you do anything else. And then maybe just an extra stretch, whatever your body needs, before you go on with the rest of your day. So remain in Shavasana for as long as you need. Enjoy it. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.